And, when I see people doing their vertical jumps and their backflips and all this, and I see these guys with high performance and a low rate of injury, I'm like, okay, maybe there's something that I'm not doing. One thing that I tried to do is a static hold of just holding, and I feel like that was very effective. I also made sure to do continuous reps. I mixed it in. So basically, I would finish a set. I had 4 sets to do. And after I was done doing as many reps as I could, I would hold and repeat that motion. And that's how I started developing strength. Now, as for how you can get a setup like this, you need a resistance band or maybe some other kind of apparatus. And essentially, all you do is you tie it around and then you make sure that there's enough tension in there. Because I do stuff like running and jumping pretty much once a week, I'm not really doing calf raises for the sake of having as much strength development as possible, at least not in this workout because I don't have any weight at home. But when I'm here, I really just want to focus on balancing through the ankle, pushing all the way through it, and just focusing on that stability aspect. I'm not going to failure. I'm not going for any kind of fatigue kind of stimulus. It's literally just trying to feel through that ankle, pushing all the way through my toe and slowly coming down. And basically I get myself on a wall and I take a few steps back and then I press straight through. And I did a few sets of this just normally like this. And then I also did them bent knee because there's another muscle inside your calf called, I believe it's called soleus. Maybe I remember my anatomy, but essentially it works with bent knees and with toe elevation. So make sure to do both. Okay, wrist training, another bundle of exercises you don't like. We don't like training our calves. We don't like training all these small muscles, but we also don't like training the wrists. And why? Well, it's all just homework at the end of the day. It's all stuff that's not as fun as the biceps, the triceps, and the chest. But yeah, today we're going to focus on it. And I'm not the only one focusing on these movements. And I'm not the only one showing that they have results and they can make you stronger. Check out Callie Haas. Right over here, you can see this man doing some of the craziest movements for his body weight. A lot of people think that if you're heavy that you cannot do calisthenics, and that's what I thought for the longest time until I saw this guy and I'm like, okay, wait a second. It's kind of about how smart you're training and what you're training, and that is just a really dope thing. Bro is straight up inspiring, and I was struggling with calisthenics and he responded to my comment. Oh my goodness. Anyway, wrist strengthening, guys. So developing wrist strength is important. So you see me here doing the reverse push-up, and that is one of my staple moves. It's where I'm pretty strong on the wrist right now, but I'm definitely gonna have to experiment. And the reason that we're doing this is to gain more wrist stability, like I've talked about before in handstands, and the plethora of movements you have to do in calisthenics. I also have to do this much harder variation, and I hit a PR for the first time in a while. My back of the hand push-ups are improving. Now, what are these working? What am I doing with these? Well, you're working on wrist flexion, you're working on wrist extension, and you're working on wrist being under load.